Hey guys, it's Jay and welcome to our Carnival Conquest ship tour. We sailed the Conquest in March 2019 for 8 days. Starting of course here in the lobby with the majestic glass elevators as we like to do. The theming on this ship is very much about artists and painters and things like that. So lots of artists and painters makes sense, right? So this is the artists lobby. We do have a couple of fun hub stations right here off the lobby. You can usually find those in several places around the ship. Moving forward to the Toulouse-Lautrec main lounge, which has to be the longest lounge name I've ever heard of, but it was awesome. They still have the bench seatings and the little tables. The tables actually look like framed artwork. Very nice touch. Looking up into the balcony here from Deck 3 forward. And then we are jumping to the Renoir restaurant. This was actually a little dining annex that they have on the deck plan. Not quite sure what that was for. But the Renoir restaurant does consume decks 3 and 4. And this is the center dining room, which was the main one we were in. Here we are climbing up to deck 4. We had the Your Time dining, and this is where they had us on this particular trip. So just a few shots showing the decor from above. Moving toward the aft, on deck 4 we have the Sunflower Aft Atrium, which of course has a giant sunflower in it. Looking down to deck 3 and up to deck 5 with more artwork on the ceiling. And moving backwards into the Monet restaurant now on deck 3, we've jumped back down. So this is the aft restaurant, which was for things like brunch and tea time and all of that good stuff. Some clouds, and very nice decor. Here we are entering on deck 4, probably for a tea time, I'm sure. And a few more shots just showing the tables and chairs and the general setup in the dining room. We have Alfred's Bar here on deck 4, just off the aft dining room. This spot seemed to be used, well, they advertised it for karaoke, but we never actually went to any karaoke in this location, but it seemed very cozy. Probably an old cigar bar that doesn't get a whole lot of use anymore, but it was nice. And just off Alfred's Bar, they had this mysterious staircase, but we found out where that led to later on. And of course, more artwork. Here on deck 4, they had the Digital Pixels Gallery. Of course, they don't print off the photos anymore. And they also have where you can get all sorts of things. They have cameras, they have headphones, pretty much any electronic devices your heart could desire, you can find them here. Also, swim gear. They have swim shoes, water shoes, I think they're called, and fins and snorkel masks and all of that. Moving here on deck 4 into the Painter's Library. This is also just a standard library, not a library bar. Books, games that you can check out for free. They've got the daily morning puzzles in here as well, usually crosswords and Sudoku and all that stuff. And we've jumped ahead here to the balcony of the Toulouse-Lautrec lounge now, which consumes decks 4 and 5. Just a few shots of that. The fun shops are also located on deck 5. And they have your standard array of souvenirs. You can get shirts and bags. There's a perfume over there. All sorts of logo gear, hats and shirts. You can show off your Carnival pride. Well, this isn't the Carnival pride, but you know what I mean. Your pride for Carnival. Moving to the Cherry on Top, which is the candy store. This was a very small one. It's an old formality shop that's been converted, but they've got bag candy, bulk candy. You can get wine and flowers in here and little jars of cookies. Look at that. So cute. The Skybox Sports Bar is also here on deck 5, so you can do all the sportsing you ever wanted to sports. Cozy places to sit, lots of TVs. Very nice. We did not sports very much on this trip, but the option was there. The Tahiti Casino is also here on deck 5 with a little stage for some performances. We got a few shots of slot machines. There's a little crane game money grabber. Oh, and there is the there is the shopping expert desk as well, where you can get brochures about shopping. The cafe is called Cafe Fans here on deck 5, a wide assortment of drinks and pastries, cakes, cookies, and things like that, but they do have the free pastries in the mornings. The Future Cruise desk is also there across from the cafe, but it's currently being used for a Pixels area. And you see the top of the staircase right there. It comes up next to the Taiyaki Ice Cream Bar, which is something we had really only seen on the horizon previously. You just choose a flavor of ice cream and toppings. I thought maybe it was going to be like a Cold Stone where they fold it in, but at least on this ship, it's just ice cream and special toppings, and it's in a fish-shaped waffle cone. Moving here into the video arcade on Deck 5. This was a nice, decent-sized arcade. Lots of machines, and they had the little ticket hub where you can redeem tickets for prizes. Very similar to the one that we spent a lot of time in during our Liberty vlogs. And Power Hour, of course, you can come in here and all the games are half price. That'll be listed in your fun times. Power Hour at the arcade. We have what I can only assume is pronounced Henri's Dance Club. Go with that French pronunciation. All sorts of cozy little places to sit, either in the corners, against the bar, against the wall. A nice big dance floor, which did have a ramp. It was very accessible. There's some seats around the bar in Henri's there at the back. The Alchemy Bar, of course, a classic. They have such fun drinks there at the Alchemy, and they do such special presentations. We spent a lot of time again at the Alchemy Bar on the Liberty, but not really so much on this cruise. The Blues Piano Bar, where there definitely is a lot of blue going on. Very colorful. Even the piano is blue. Look at that. The bar is blue, the piano is blue. They can come in there and sing and play the blues. Vincent's Bar is very sunflower themed. This also apparently served as a part-time karaoke bar because the karaoke machine is in here, there's a little stage, and we found the karaoke books in here, but every time that we went to do karaoke, it was back in the aft lounge. Weird. Speaking of the aft lounge, here it is, the Degas aft lounge. Very ballerina themed. And this is where comedy, karaoke, pretty much every time we went to a big evening event, it was back here. Jumping out now to the mid-pool area, which is the Sun Pool. This was during Towel Animal Takeover morning. This is where you will find your Blue Iguana Cantina with burritos, tacos, taco bowls, and all of that deliciousness. Guy's Burger Joint as well, with burgers and fries and a whole toppings bar. We also have soft-serve ice cream machines. Can't forget about those, 24-hour ice cream. Restaurant Cézanne is the name of the main Lido deck. This is actually the buffet line just inside from the pool area, which we ate at a good bit. It tended to be less crowded than the main lines. Moving a little further back, you've got the deli over here on one side. They do have the new deli menu, which most everything is prefab. But I guess it makes it more fast and efficient, but less customizable. A lot of deli action there. A few more random shots of some buffet lines here toward the back. And of course we have the brand new awesome lunch dessert cakes. Moving back toward the aft pool area, which is the Sky Pool. We didn't spend a ton of time out here, but I know this is where the pizzeria, the seafood shack, they've got a bar over there in the corner. We did document it better in our Liberty vlogs, I think. Jumping up to Deck 10, this is the exterior, just pointing out there they have the dome that they can close over that pool in case of inclement weather. We also have the old-fashioned barbecue restaurant, which is free every day. And it's up there above the Lido deck, really. It's kind of a hidden gem, but we did enjoy the old-fashioned barbecue. And they have like Guy Fieri sauces and stuff like that. It's similar to the Pig and Anchor. Jumping up here to the mid of Deck 10. Looking out on deck, we've got steel drums. We have all sorts of excitement, entertainment. Looking back toward the slide. Ooh, pointing back toward the slide even. We have the Point Steakhouse. When we were on the Liberty, we didn't even realize there was a steakhouse, so we made up for that by at least setting foot inside the Point Steakhouse this time. It was for a cooking demonstration, so it's not normally set up like this, but anyway, we did get some steakhouse footage. Deck 11 brings us to the sports deck, where we have the jogging track, and of course a nice view of that aft, though. Big old funnel. We've got basketball action. We've got volleyball action, as well as walking track, jogging track action. Looking forward here from the middle area now, again gesturing toward the slides. You can see the mini golf course is back there by the funnel. There's a staircase to access that. This is deck 12 we've jumped up to, obviously. And the other staircase here, this is sort of a kind of a hidden sun deck that you have to go inside the basketball court to get to. We also have the entrance to the slide here on deck 12 with a whole bunch of slide rules that you probably can't read because they're so small. Just a quick view from the slide looking back toward the aft. Also on deck 12 is the Serenity deck. We just kind of wandered around a little bit here, but they've got showers. They've got whirlpools. We're climbing up to deck 14 here in a second. Oh, there's a whirlpool that's actually open. That's good. Deck 14 is actually kind of a half and half deck where it's half Serenity and then half all ages. But there we go, our glass elevator shop up, away, and into the lobby. And that will conclude our Carnival Conquest ship tour. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, rock on!